good morning. It's Sandy. Happy Friday. Welcome back to my weekly 5-Minute Faith live vlog. I am so excited to share with all of you. Derek and I moved. We relocated approximately an hour south and west, and I am coming at you from the dining room of our new house. Forgive the echo. We definitely need some rugs, thicker curtains, textiles. Anywho, let me tell you all about it. So first and foremost, God assembled a dream team around Derek and I. We couldn't have done it without them. My sister and brother-in-law were hugely supportive, huge. We have dear friends who are in lending, law, and real estate. And so we enlisted all of them to help us. When we first put the condo on the market, within a couple of weeks, we accepted an offer. We were in that 5-day attorney review when the COVID crisis was really hitting the US hard. And we were being warned that we were entering uncharted territory. There could be delays and hiccups, and a couple of the houses we wanted to look at that weekend got pulled off the market. So I got very nervous and uncomfortable. And Derek said, let's just pull the plug on the contract and see if the buyers would want to readdress in a few weeks. The buyers said, well, we're going to keep looking, but yeah, sure, let's readdress in a few weeks if we don't find anything. Fast forward a couple of weeks, and I think people, sadly, are getting comfortable with the shelter-in-place business. Real estate continues to march on. I mean, you see transactions happening, and I think largely people are just figuring out how to rely solely on technology and the different new apps out there to get things done. Not to mention good old-fashioned masks, booties, and gloves, right? My agent calls me up 2 weeks later and says, I just touched base with the buyer. I'm gonna touch base with you. They're still interested if you're still interested. So we re-upped our contract. We entered contract a second time with our buyer, and they wanted to close in 30 days. And God greased wheels and oversaw, and we did. We successfully closed on this house and, of course, the condo inside of 30 days. What a whirlwind experience. It was like being on a 30-day roller coaster that you didn't want to be on. There were some delays and requests of extensions. Our condo had some pricier projects coming up, and I thought for sure that was going to kill the deal. But again, God just oversaw and just, like I said, greased wheels everywhere. And the really good thing about coming off the market those 2 weeks, and it was just another of many godsends, Derek and I realized we weren't as in agreement where we wanted to relocate. So inside of that 2 weeks, we had a lot of heartfelt discussion, did a lot of listening, and we changed course and we expanded our search, looked into different neighborhoods, and that's how we found the gem we found. So when we put the offer in on this house, the house was already vacant. Clearly the sellers were floating 2 mortgages. And when we put the offer in, we asked for a contingency that we sell the condo. They pretty much told us, no, you're either buying it or you're not. Against my better judgment, Derek and I, literally and figuratively clasped hands and took the leap of faith together. We went ahead under contract with this house without the contingency on the condo. Literally for 30 days, I was just on pins and needles, waking up at all hours of the night and morning, sick to my stomach. What if we don't close Evanston? What if we don't close Evanston? I prayed hard, and God oversaw. God saw us through. I relied on my prayer group. I relied on my women's Bible study. It's just so many ways, so many small ways that cannot be overlooked, that just God provided, tried to provide some calm and reassurance for me. Derek was beautiful through this experience. He was so supportive. And if he was scared at all, he did not let on. He knew his role had to be strong and assuring, and that's exactly what he was for me. We actually closed on this house in the back seat of my attorney's car in the title parking lot. And the agent for the title company is like going from the building to the car, the building to the car. He's masked up, he's got a rain slicker on, he's raining, the paperwork's getting wet. Like, it was just crazy. And even when we got the keys, it was hard to fully celebrate because we didn't close on the condo yet. The condo's close was the following day. And it was probably around 4 o'clock when the funds were in our savings account and Miranda confirmed everything was done and she was putting together the closing documents to send us for our records. Like, that's when we popped the champagne and had a true sigh of relief and joy. God saw us through. I will say there's 2 verses that I leaned on so heavily throughout this process. Jeremiah 29:11, which was gifted to me by the admin of my women's Bible study. And it goes like this. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Said that one so many times to reassure myself. And the second verse was Proverbs 16:3. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. I have big plans for what I want to happen in this new space. Not aesthetically speaking, I mean the person I want to be, the woman I want to continue to grow into, the support I want to offer my family, being closer to them, my friends, being closer to a couple of them, the kind of church I want to deliver to a new branch, new customers, new staff. Lord, please, I hope the soil here is just healthy, good, fertile soil. And please work through Derek and I to accomplish the plans you have for us, and that our roots grow deep and strong. Oh, that is all I have to say. This one went on. Sorry, I will try to edit it down. I hope this message finds you well. I'm looking forward to your weekend. I hope I see you next week, not for my glory, but for God's. God bless and bye.